right, Bulldog fans, it's National Signing Day. Mike Smith, voice of the Bulldogs, with you, and we're visiting with head coach Andrew Rice. As today it's National Signing Day. Coach, it's always good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you
Yeah,
for doing this.
oh, you bet. It's always a fun time. Talk about the recruiting class, and does this recruiting class kind of reflect the direction the program is going in?
Yeah, always with guys that we sign and we bring in both mid-year and um, with our high school signees, wanting to add into the program and spots that to create some competition. And I think that really pleased with what we were able to bring in both from a mid-year situation and from our high school signees. So really fired up to get them here. Our mid-year guys are on campus, rocking and rolling right now, and these high school guys will be up here before long. So really excited.
They'll be on campus before you know it, Coach. What about the focus? What did you look at most this season when you went on the recruiting trail?
Yeah, with our mid-year guys, positions that we knew that we needed to get older, create some competition, fill some voids to continue to try to push the direction of the program. And then with high school guys, it's going out in Oklahoma and Texas and finding the best football players that we can that think we can come in, bring them in, and make an immediate impact.
So you've had a great win total here each time that you've gone through a season. You've increased that win total. What about this recruiting class? Do you feel like they will stay pretty much on that trajectory of moving the program forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of a constant thing, just like their career and their time here. I look back to the first class that we've signed and all the things that they've been able to do, and now this class that's coming in with where the program's at, just being able to constantly build on that and continue to grow and develop.
So what are the priorities as far as the recruiting class is concerned?
Yeah, the first priority is finding really good people who are good football players. With our high school class this year, we signed 18, and 8 of those guys are, O-line and D-line. And so we, put a lot of stock into that, growing those positions, knowing that, the game of football starts and ends with the offense and defensive line. But like I said, just going and identifying guys that we built relationships with, know them as people, and then adding them in and like I said, filling some spots in.
Talk a little bit about maybe the challenge, if you will, of having a long-time player coming into SWOSU versus the portal nowadays. How do you go out there and grab somebody and get them here for 4 years?
Yeah, I think that our big focus is once guys are here is just creating an environment where they can see themselves grow and develop. Create an environment where they've got a great experience here at SWOSU and in Weatherford, and letting everything else. People have different goals, aspirations. A lot of things can happen if you sit there and try to understand all the transfer and things like that. I mean, I think that throughout our time here the last 2 years, we've done a successful job with that. I mean, a lot of guys that move on have moved on to go and sign at the Division I level. I think that we just want to bring guys into an environment, let them grow and develop, and create the best environment possible as we can.
I would think one selling point coming to SWOSU would be the fact that you can go into someone and into their home and you can talk to them and say, look, we've got several freshmen that actually play and they get a lot of field time. So, how has that been something that has been able to lure some student athletes to come and play football at SWOSU?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think that, there's never any guarantees when you bring guys in, but the best guys are going to go play, and we just talk about, their responsibility is put themselves in a position to go and get on the field, and if that happens, then they're going to be on the field. And so I think it's a credit to a lot of the young guys that we've brought in, their mindset when they come to campus, doing a lot of time preparing, from this morning all the way until we start fall camp. I think they've done a really, really good job with that. And our coaches, with the way that fall camp and everything has gone, the voluntary summer is huge. Having a lot of guys on campus, I think the growth and development from that perspective has been huge.
Coach, we're inside the Players Lounge right now here on campus, and this is where a lot of the players hang out. This has recently been done. There's been renovation of the coaches' offices. Can you talk a little bit about how this and the renovation have basically gone the way of what the program is like now.
Yeah, I think that it's huge, and there's a lot of different facets when you look at where we sit now as a program versus when I first took the job.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, not just the progress that's made on the field, but the support. I mean, the legacy fund, the foundation, the administration at SWOSU, everybody is pouring in and pushing this thing forward. And so I think it's great. At the end of the day, it all is centered around the student athlete experience. And I think our guys start to realize and see that as the program is growing and moving forward, so is everything else around them. And so I'm, incredibly appreciative of the investment that's being made. And I think it shows the investment of SWOSU to go and put together a successful football program.
What does sustained success look like in the program?
It's just, it's a constant, every year you've got to go. And that was our big message with the guys from last year that came back that felt like, really close in a lot of areas. It's, every year you've got to go and reset it because every year has its own challenges and things like that. And so sustained success comes from sustained effort, going and continually to push, standards and expectations year in and year out.
If you could reflect on a moment when you came here to SWOSU to take over the program compared to where you are now, what stands out?
Yeah, I mean it's night and day. I think that little things that stand out. One, the excitement around the program right now. The retention has been really great. Being able to keep guys here for multiple years. I mean, we've got a class right now that a good majority of the guys that are playing for us right now are all guys that we signed 2 years ago when we got here, and so. Really pleased with that. I think that just overall, just the excitement and the way that the operation as a whole as a football program is going is really excited and vastly different.
Well, it is National Signing Day. I'm glad things have finally transpired and you've got everything done and pen to paper. So
Yeah.
it's good to have another class in here at SWOSU, and always good sitting down and talking to you.
Yep.
And let's get ready for another season this fall.
Absolutely. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs indeed.